Women going through menopause should know that it can have a big impact on your long-term health, but that information is not always available for everyone, whether that's an insurance issue or living in areas without menopause specialists. There can be a lot of barriers in the way. We want to bring in Dr. Dana Bitner now to talk about this because you were recently part of a panel talking about some of the disparities that Michiganders are currently facing when it comes to getting the proper menopause treatment.
I know, I'm kind of fired up about this right now. I've been honored to be with the Michigan Women's Commission, named by Governor Whitmer. Her goal is that Michigan is a state that really makes a difference and is a leader in menopause, which is awesome. So we were in Midland on Monday night, and the audience was mixed, but there were a group of women of color who were like, but wait, like our community doesn't talk about this. We have many people that don't have the right insurance to get covered. We don't have any menopause specialists. And I'm like, well, go to the website menopause.org and look for a specialist in your area. And they said there's one in this area. So we have a lot of work to do.
Yeah. So is it disparities among different races, also maybe different areas if you are, as you said, a more rural area versus a more populated, bigger city?
It's all of the above, and it's also training of providers. So the problem is, it's not that doctors, of course, don't care, it's that they're not trained. And I was a part of a study that looked at only 10% of residents graduating from OBGYN primary care are comfortable talking about menopause.
And what does it mean if there are these disparities and women are not getting the proper treatment? What does that mean for their health?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. So number one, women of color tend to have hot flashes that start earlier and last longer, but it also then says there's a lot more impact on health. Menopause increases the risk for diabetes, for obesity, for dementia, for stroke, for bone loss. And so if women don't get the care, it also then affects their longevity, their ability to contribute to their communities, their workplaces.
Yeah.
It really makes a big difference.
And with symptoms being different for everybody, I imagine that treatment for everybody does not look the same. It's not one size fits all.
Exactly, and that's what makes menopause maybe kind of complicated, right? It's different for everyone and how they experience it, but also because of how their health is, it might change how we, how we look forward and look at treatment.
Yeah, so we're talking about it. I mean, that's a start. I feel like we're hearing a lot more about menopause. It's in the headlines now. But what can we do right now to kind of bring awareness to the disparities that we are seeing with the treatment?
Well, number one, I think just talk about it very frankly, right? Like we are, thank you. But also, the Michigan Women's Commission is coming to Grand Rapids on July 7th. And so I just welcome everyone to come. There'll be local elected officials as well as providers from local places. Here in Grand Rapids, we're very fortunate. We have a lot of menopause providers, and so it's for people to take advantage. And I think about Jane. I think about how Jane was 53 and she went to her doctor. The same doctor had delivered her babies and taken care of the family forever, and she said, I'm starting to have hot flashes and night sweats and brain fog. What can I do? And he's like, it's just a phase, people before you've survived, you will. And she's like, but I've read that women of color have symptoms longer, and this is probably why I'm gaining weight, and I have prediabetes. And so she read a lot about it. We gave her some websites. She went back to her doctor and she said, but wait, what can I do different? And he offered her menopause hormone therapy as well as metformin, and it helped treat her insulin resistance, her symptoms, and her life was probably going to be completely different.
Yeah, you just need somebody to listen to you and know that your symptoms, your feelings are valid, no matter what you're going through. Okay, takeaway tip for us.
Everyone deserves a good menopause, right? So ask, advocate for yourself, and get help. And please join us for the Michigan Women's Commission and tell us what you're doing.
All right, July 7th, we'll get all the details linked for you and everybody else here on our website. Dr. Bitner, thank you so much. Appreciate your time.